China has kicked off a charm offensive in the region. Foreign Minister Wang Yi is in Vietnam for a three-day visit. Hanoi is the first stop on Beijing's mission to shore up Asian allies and comes weeks after a whirlwind of visits by top American officials in Southeast Asia. Tung Ngo with this report.
China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi made many trips to Hanoi in the past, but the timing of his visit this time stands out. His arrival in Hanoi comes just weeks after Vietnam rolled out the carpet for top U.S. officials.
It is therefore can be interpreted as part of Beijing's effort to win back its upper hand in the China-Vietnam-U.S. triangle as U.S.-China rivalry continues to deepen.
During his visit in Hanoi, Mr. Wang Yi meets with his Vietnamese counterpart and top Vietnamese leaders.
Chuyến thăm của Ủy viên Quốc vụ Bộ trưởng Ngoại giao Trung Quốc Vương Nghị diễn ra trong cái bối cảnh quan hệ Việt Nam Trung Quốc tiếp tục duy trì được cái xu thế phát triển và hợp tác trên các lĩnh vực đạt được tiến triển đáng khích lệ. Hai bên sẽ trao đổi về các cái biện pháp để đẩy mạnh hơn nữa quan hệ, cái thế mạnh và cái tiềm năng hợp tác giữa Việt Nam và Trung Quốc, trao đổi một số vấn đề về quốc tế và khu vực cùng quan tâm.
Priority in the discussions in Hanoi is to strengthen bilateral ties to cope with the COVID-19 pandemic.
Wang Yi has not paid an official visit to Vietnam in the last 2 years, even though he has made trips to all other Southeast Asian states despite the COVID-19 pandemic. His visit, therefore, seeks to reinstate the significance that Beijing accords to its bilateral ties with Hanoi. I think it aims to make sure that China-Vietnam relations are on its right track, in Chinese terms, of course.
China so far has delivered 700,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccines donations to Vietnam, and it has promised to deliver another 2 million doses. This is a part of China's efforts to promote its image as a responsible friend and shake off any controversies on Beijing over the origins of the coronavirus.
Those vaccines help to sort of sweeten the deal, right? And expand the influence, because when the countries are still struggling, right, the Delta variant is becoming a major challenge in the region. Again, Southeast Asia is the regional priority, right? That in turn help facilitate China's implementation of the Belt and Road Initiative. So it has strong, geopolitical implications for China and also for countries like the United States.
But in Vietnam, through centuries of turbulent history, anti-China sentiments run deep. And throughout the pandemic, doubts over China's intention have only increased.
China's vaccine diplomacy in Vietnam, especially the donation of the 500,000 doses of Sinopharm in June this year, has been seen by many in the country as clumsy, high-handed, and quite with some strings attached. So I think Foreign Minister Wang Yi really has his work cut out to improve China's trustworthiness among the wary Vietnamese audience.
During Mr. Wang's visit, Vietnam is expected to urge China to maintain stability in the South China Sea and step up efforts to negotiate a code of conduct with ASEAN.
I think China defines its relations with Vietnam not only as neighboring states, but also as comrades and brothers, which are anchored in ideological affinity, geographic proximity, and also an entitled sense of hierarchy in which China is the big brother whose interests and views must be duly respected. So I think Wang Yi's visit would bring some kind of warnings against Hanoi's getting too close to Washington.
During the visit of China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi to Hanoi, Vietnam and China, we also discussed steps to further promote bilateral trade and strengthen cooperation for economic recovery from COVID-19. Tung Ngo, CNA, Hanoi.